Good morning, students. Today in this class, we'll see the important topics from the first unit. So, we have seen already the amplitude modulation, its principal, modulation index and everything in the last class. Next, I thought this vestigial sideband modulation is very important topic after the amplitude modulation. Since in the first unit we have seen different modulation technique one by one, which is first is amplitude modulation. In the amplitude modulation itself, we have different categories how to increase the efficiency and everything. In that we have seen double sideband suppressed carrier, single sideband suppressed carrier and everything. So this vestigial sideband is quite different from those, and also it has efficiency when compared to that of the other sidebands. So I thought this vestigial sideband is very important topic. Let us see first what is modulation, what are all the techniques we have used in amplitude modulation, and what is advantage for each and every modulation, and finally why we are going for the vestigial modulation. So here you can able to see analog to analog modulation, we have amplitude modulation, FM, AM, and FM is frequency modulation, and third is PM, it is phase modulation. This is analog modulation techniques. So what is modulation? We are going to change the characteristics of the carrier with respect to the characteristics of the baseband signal, this message signal. You are going to give two different signals as input to the modulator. One is message signal and other is carrier signal. So amplitude modulation, we are going to change the amplitude of the carrier with respect to that of the message signal, that is baseband signal. And second thing is frequency modulation. Here the amplitude is kept constant, whereas frequency of the carrier is adjusted depending on the amplitude of the message signal. So you can able to visualize here, in the amplitude modulation frequency is constant but amplitude is changing. In frequency modulation amplitude is constant whereas the frequency is changing. So we have different type of methods to improve the efficiency and to suppress the carrier. First type is conventional amplitude modulation. In that we have full AM and double sideband suppressed carrier also. And second thing is single sideband suppressed carrier. See, in double sideband suppressed carrier, initially after modulation the signal will have carrier and two sidebands. Since this amount of signal is going to affect your efficiency and we have a bigger bandwidth to transmit this signals. So what is we are going to see is we are going to suppress the carrier in the first method, and again we are going to see the efficiency, it is quite very lower only. So again we are going to make only one sideband. So we are seeing that the efficiency is little lower only. So to get more efficiency we are going for the vestigial sideband method. So these are all the things we are getting as the feedback from the single sideband suppressed carrier. See what are all the disadvantages we have faced in these things is filter selecting is also little difficult, phase shift is also little difficult, and generation is also difficult when focusing on single sideband. So to overcome these difficulties we are going with the vestigial sideband modulation. It is going to act as a compromise between single sideband and double sideband suppressed carrier. So next we are moving with this vestigial sideband modulation. In vestigial sideband what is happening is we are going to keep one sideband as it is and we are going to take out a part of the other sideband and it is transmitted. So it is not as double sideband suppressed carrier or it is not a single sideband carrier. It is a compromise between, or it is a mid between a double sideband suppressed carrier and single sideband suppressed carrier. So you can able to visualize each and every method detail in this graph. So first is your actual signal, and double sideband suppress carrier, you are going to suppress the carrier. Anyway, you are getting two sidebands as usual. In SSB, you are going to get only the sidebands, either lower or upper. But in vestigial sideband, we are going to have one sideband as it is, and we are going to take out a part of other sideband and we are transmitting. So this is how we are going to generate the VSB. In the product modulator, we are going to apply baseband signal, and other side we are going to apply the carrier signal. So finally we are getting a double sideband suppressed carrier. Again you are going to transmit this double sideband suppressed carrier into a single sideband shaping filter. So finally you are going to get one sideband as it is and a part of the other sideband. So these are all the time domain representation of VSB. So how we are going to get this spectrum? We are going to, these are all the derivations. S of f is nothing but power spectral density of the VSB signal. And finally, the VSB modulated frame is the time domain, which is VSB is equal to half into AC m of t cos 2 pi fc of t, again minus 1 by 2 ACM of t sin 2 pi fc of t. So these are all the spectrum constants of low pass filter and everything. So you can able to see keeping the mid Fc as the constant term. Fc is nothing but your carrier frequency. Below that it is lower sideband, above that is upper sideband. You can able to see after Fc we have the complete sideband details, but before Fc you are going to get only the part of the vestigial sideband. So from this diagram you can able to see what is vestigial sideband format. See, here it is given clearly. They have taken a TV signal as the example. In this you can able to see picture carrier as the carrier signal. Remainder of lower sideband is your vestigial. Idealized receiver characteristics will consist of only one sideband, whereas remainder of lower sideband is vestigial part of the other sideband. So advantages of VSB is it is going to be a compromise between SSB and DSB, and it is very useful for transmitting TV signals. You can able to save the bandwidth. If a modulating signal bandwidth is 5.5 megahertz, with full AM the bandwidth required is 11 megahertz, but using VSB the bandwidth required is only 5.5 megahertz. So thank you. With this your vestigial sideband detail is over.